What's wrong?
A colleague's?
Dad, what are you doing?
You write your resignation immediately. Submit it first thing tomorrow.
Why should I resign? Have I made any mistakes at work? You don't have the right to dismiss me at will, even with your position.
I don't have this power? Then you wait. Now the affair with Wei Ming is being talked about so badly at ARC.
Don't rush, speak slowly. It might just be a misunderstanding.
No, it's not. The rumor is true. I do like Wei Ming.
You dare say it? You have options. But you just... choose a married man.
I know. It doesn't matter.
Listen to her. She's saying what? What kind of words are these? You've read so many books. Don't you even understand the most basic decency?
Jia Yi, your dad and I sent you abroad to study from a young age. The purpose was for you to broaden your horizons. But you've learned the Western boundary less freedom. Listen to your father, leave ARC immediately, and cut off things with that man.
I won't. You both know that you sent me out to study since I was a kid? From when I was 12. You two stopped caring about me. Now you suddenly jump out and tell me to be obedient. I'm sorry. It's too late. I've grown up.
Look at you. Being able to say such things proves you're still a child. Jia Yi, Mom and Dad won't harm you. Don't be reckless. You like him, but he's already married. He has a child. This kind of love has no result.
That's my own business. It has nothing to do with you.
What? Listen to me. I will not let you be with Wei Ming.
I don't need your approval.
Have you no sense of shame? I still have a sense of shame.
To put it bluntly, what you care about more is still your own face, right? Have you cared about me? Then I'll tell you. I'm just going to be with Wei Ming. Just wait and see.
You come back!
Don't rush. This child has been stubborn since she was young. We have to persuade her slowly.
When I was abroad, I've heard about you. I'm Gushu's junior schoolmate at Princeton. Since he founded Pooley Technology, I've always been his partner. He was always the second best in college. I've heard so much about it.
That's all old news. Why bring it up? As for you, I've heard people at Panshi praising your outstanding abilities. Turns out you're partners. No wonder there's such a good rapport.
I like him.
You might be mistaken. I never thought about him in that way. You two are quite a match. He's not good enough for you.
Is that so? It's a pity that all these years, it's been my one-sided affection. Wushu has always rejected me.
That's just how he is. Always filled with study, now filled with work. Back in college, he only had 2 sets of clothes, surviving on his academic fervor alone. He's never tasted the joys and sorrows of life. After all these years, let alone dating or getting married. He hasn't even had a dating scandal. It's quite sad.
After hearing you say that, I'm starting to doubt my judgment in men.
No. How does that saying go? Every exceptionally talented person has some kind of character flaw. Honestly, if you could bring Gu down from his ivory tower, it would really be a good thing.
I'm working hard on it. I heard you got married right after graduation. I'm also curious, what kind of man could make a top university's top student willingly stay home and cook for so many years?
That's another story.
Sounds like a tragedy.
It should be inspirational. I'll tell you when I get the chance.
Day of Fashion just called. They really are nervous. As soon as they heard they might lose our exclusive joint promotion, those old hands quickly confirmed the cooperation, afraid they'd miss out. Their expressions made me laugh. How come this call was so coincidental? Right in the middle of our meeting. Could it be? You arranged for it?
You saw through it.
I guessed it.
Dea does indeed want to cooperate. I deliberately arranged the call during the meeting time. Just a trick to expedite the process. To make those undecided customers make up their minds quickly.
Impressive.
It's just a basic skill. You still have a lot to learn in the future. When you get back, go to sleep right away. You're about to get dark circles under your eyes.
Oh.
It's my first time here. I still want to explore it.
All right. You go ahead. You're off duty.
Would you like to join me?
I still have work to do.
You stayed up so late last night. Don't you get to take a break? These dark circles are all for the work. Consider it as a reward for me securing my first client. Smells so good. I want to eat a pancake.
I'll treat you.
All right.
Hello. 2 pancakes, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Here you go.
Thank you.
How is it?
So crispy. You try one. Tasty, right?
Goodbye then.
Goodbye.
Here. Once you sign this, I'll be your official divorce attorney. Starting today, we're in this together. Let's see. Financially, I've reviewed the relevant financial documents you provided. Your husband's salary, plus his under-the-table income, roughly estimated. His assets exceed 15 million, so you should get at least 7.5 million. In terms of custody, although you now have a job, you're still in your probation. Even if you become a regular employee, your income compared to his, there's still a certain gap. And your current work hours are quite long. Most of the time, the child is left with a babysitter. If his parents propose that they can take care of their granddaughter, with his high income, he can turn his disadvantage into an advantage at any moment. So in terms of custody, we don't have complete confidence.
Attorney C? I was very scared of getting a divorce. I don't know why. Thinking about it now, I think I was really scared of losing Guoguo. Guoguo is my daughter. She's very adorable. These several months, I've worked very hard, all in order to keep my child by my side. So, please, you must help me. Please.
Don't worry, I'll do my best. Previously, you provided me with some evidence, but as you know in law, the recognition of evidence is very complex. Sometimes, what we consider as solid evidence can have flaws. So now I suggest to you, you should take the time to gather more relevant evidence. If you can prove that the man is the one at fault in the marriage, you can take the initiative in the division of property, and in terms of custody, it would increase the factors considered in your favor, letting the judge prioritize you. In conclusion, in a divorce settlement, it's about who holds more negotiating chips in their hands. If it comes to a divorce lawsuit, it depends on how much evidence you have.
All right, I understand.
Since middle school, I was thrown abroad by my parents, studying alone. So I got used to life alone quite early. As long as I pack up, it's like I bring home with me. But where the end is, I never know. When I feel lonely, I like to go to the harbor. I don't know why, but as long as I sit by the harbor, I no longer fear loneliness. So many ships, drifting at sea, but as long as they enter the harbor, it's like coming home. No longer afraid of storms, and no longer lose direction because they can't see the other shore. They are just like me. Safe. Later, when I got a little older, I packed my suitcase and traveled alone. What I liked the most were the harbors around the world. I've been to the port of Rio de Janeiro, San Francisco Bay, Patong Bay in Phuket, and Funday Bay in Canada. If I get a chance, I still want to see Paradise Bay in Antarctica. Why not together?
I'm not as fortunate as you. I've been to many places in the world, but all because of work. Rarely get to sit and chat over tea like now. It's hard for me to experience that traveler's mindset. Thank you. If there's a chance, I really want to travel the world, to walk and see properly. Life is actually quite short. It passes in the blink of an eye. We need to maintain a good mindset to face our own lives.
Look. Look at this. Look at it. Do you see it?
Tell me, she insists on being an assistant to Mr. Wei among so many easy jobs. Why is that? Why is that?
Do you remember the last time Mr. Wei scolded her? She's usually so high and mighty. But when he speaks to her, she listens obediently. This business trip, it was originally Ming Bo who should have gone. But she just squeezed him out.
Is that Jia Yi couldn't find a man? Why has she set her sights on a married man? What would you like to order? This one and this one. Thank you. Good morning.
How did you sleep last night?
Pretty well. I've ordered breakfast for you.
Feel free to order.
I want to order one more thing. Mr. Wei's smile.
Jia Yi, these past few days, I've been wanting to ask you a question. With so many departments in our ARC, why did you choose our department?
Because of you.
Because of me?
I've done a background check on you. First of all, you've worked at ARC for 9 years. You are a veteran of ARC. Your understanding of the company's structure and internal management must be more thorough than others. Secondly, once you get promoted, you will be the youngest VP in our company. The ARC's higher-ups all praise you for being efficient and understanding of human nature. So I want to learn from you.
But your background check wasn't thorough enough. I have a wife and a child. I work so hard in the company, hoping my family can live happily. Of course, this happiness also includes I don't want them to be bothered in life by misunderstandings that come out of nowhere.
I don't understand what you mean.
I saw the photo you just posted on your social feed. Doing this can easily cause misunderstandings among colleagues. This does not benefit your and my personal reputation.
I thought it was something serious. I don't know what there is to misunderstand. I just snapped some photos to record daily life and shared it on my social feed. There's nothing to worry about.
I'm not worried. But fear of public opinion.
Is it really so? Or is it that you originally had a place for me in your heart? And now that you feel guilty?
You're overthinking it.
Sorry. Hello, Dad.
Go back to Jiangzhou right away.
You guys are back?
I want to talk.
Hello? Hello?
You go back first. I'm okay.
Here, for you.
You can give them to the kids.
Don't underestimate these blind boxes. The ones I bought for you, they contain hidden versions. If you get a hidden version, its value can increase 5 to 10 times. Try open one. The first one is a hidden version? Let me see. There are also 2 sentences written on it. Look. These 2 sentences are also what I want to say to you. Wow. Another hidden version. Do you know what this means? 1 in 100,000. You're now the goddess of luck. Hidden version. Another hidden version? Hidden version.
Then I guess these can't all be hidden versions.
No, no, no. Although buying these hidden versions is somewhat speculative, but I also want to prepare my heart to be 100%. I don't want to be lazy with you. Jiang Xi, I know that with my current ability, I can't give you a better life, but you have to believe me. As long as you give me time, soon, I will be like these blind boxes, showing you my potential.
I don't think it's a matter of time. It's a matter of person. Mingbo, we are different people. What I've always liked are the luxury goods in the display window. The price is right there. Clear, obvious at a glance. But I really like what you gave me. Nanny? Coming. You're back. I can carry it myself. Dad, Mom, how come you guys are back? You didn't even tell me in advance. Dad? I've missed you. Why so serious?
Whose clothes? Are these?
A colleague's. What's wrong?
A colleague's?
Dad, what are you doing?
You write your resignation immediately. Submit it first thing tomorrow.
Why should I resign? Have I made any mistakes at work? You don't have the right to dismiss me at will, even with your position.
I don't have this power? Then you wait. Now the affair with Wei Ming is being talked about so badly at ARC.
Don't rush, speak slowly. It might just be a misunderstanding.
No, it's not. The rumor is true. I do like Wei Ming.
You dare say it? You have options. But you just... choose a married man.
I know. It doesn't matter.
Listen to her. She's saying what? What kind of words are these? You've read so many books. Don't you even understand the most basic decency?
Jia Yi, your dad and I sent you abroad to study from a young age. The purpose was for you to broaden your horizons. But you've learned the Western boundary less freedom. Listen to your father, leave ARC immediately, and cut off things with that man.
I won't. You both know that you sent me out to study since I was a kid? From when I was 12, you two stopped caring about me. Now you suddenly jump out and tell me to be obedient. I'm sorry. It's too late. I've grown up.
Look at you. Being able to say such things proves you're still a child. Jia Yi, Mom and Dad won't harm you. Don't be reckless. You like him, but he's already married. He has a child. This kind of love has no result.
That's my own business. It has nothing to do with you.
What? Listen to me. I will not let you be with Wei Ming.
I don't need your approval.
Have you no sense of shame? I still have a sense of shame.
To put it bluntly, what you care about more is still your own face, right? Have you cared about me? Then I'll tell you. I'm just going to be with Wei Ming. Just wait and see.
You come back!
Don't rush. This child has been stubborn since she was young. We have to persuade her slowly.
Who is it?
It's me.
Why are you in my car?
Aren't you hitching a ride? I might as well benefit you a bit after work. Why? You don't welcome your passenger?
Can you stop tormenting me? How did you know I'm on your way? Also, why didn't you let your secretary order a car for you?
I let my driver and secretary off work. There were over 100 people in line for taxis. Moreover, I didn't prepare to stay overnight at the company.
After 11 o'clock. The fare is tripled, and I'll still be picking up passengers on the way.
You still carpool? Then I can only pay you 1.5 times the fare. Let's go, driver. Can we stop wasting time?
This is for Guoguo. Look, they say this thing can appreciate in value. Don't throw it away as trash.
I won't. Jiang Xi,
Why are you getting off work so late tonight? It wasn't that perverted CEO Gu Shu giving you a hard time, was it? Listen, if there's anything, you must tell me. You absolutely can't face this kind of workplace evil power alone. They just like people who are soft and afraid of the hard. They see you as an easy target. They can't wait to turn you into a soup. You have to be strong. Then they will behave. Understand?
let me introduce Gu Xu, Jiang Xi.
We've met before at ARC.
You two chat.
Mr. Gu? Thank you so much for last time.
If talking behind people's backs is your way of expressing gratitude, then you really don't have to.
I didn't. I just told a cold joke. Mr. Gu, how come you don't have a sense of humor? Are you two talking about work?
Yeah.
No.
I think this Gu Shu is nice.
What's so nice about him?
It's just that he can give people a particularly comfortable sense of distance. Many guys, when they see a pretty girl, they can't wait to be overly friendly. Best if the distance is negative. But Gu Shu is different.
You're overthinking it. He's like this with everyone.
Anyway, I haven't seen our company's CEO Ling hitch rides from any regular employee. And it's not on his way at all. I think he wants to find an opportunity to get to know you more.
He wants to find an opportunity to upset me. You don't understand him. He is a tech guy who measures everything with algorithms. His thought process is quirky. He doesn't play by the rules. Right now, he's thoroughly enjoying the pleasure of tormenting me.
So, he's like an immature little boy. On the surface, he bullies you, but the subtext is saying, I like you.
Not even your little brother is like this.
Hold on. Let's talk about something else. There was a big piece of gossip at ARC today. Huang Jia posted a thought-provoking moment on her social media. Guess who the main character is?
Wei Ming.
Social moments, by definition, are for everyone to see. But this Huang Jia, she's just too impatient. On the surface, she wants to assert her sovereignty, but she's actually pressuring Wei Ming. This Wei Ming would rather bear the infamy of being a cheater than hesitate to marry into her family. Tell me, aren't you a prophet?
I've signed the divorce attorney's retainer agreement. Xie instructed me, before officially confronting Wei Ming, to find as much evidence as possible of his infidelity during marriage and evidence of asset transfer.
This Huang Jia really likes to play mind games. But she's helpful. She can be counted as an assistance.
With Wei Ming's character, if it weren't her, there would be someone else. Cheating requires two-person. If he's not passionate, how can she fall for it?
He's really good at it. Casting a net to catch fish is not skillful. Being able to make the fish bite voluntarily, that's a notch above. I guess Chairman Huang is furious right now. Don't worry. I'll help you keep an eye on those two at the company.
Next, it's going to be a real battle.
Hello, Lin Shuang. I just got off the plane and came straight back to the company. This business trip took 2 days longer than expected. I didn't bring enough change of clothes. Hurry up and bring me some. I have a meeting here at 10 o'clock. Be quick. Where are you? I'm already at the entrance. Where are the clothes? Hello? Yes. I'm downstairs. Where are you? Over here.
Mr. Wei, I'm off then.
Okay. Thank you.
Are you Mr. Wei? Here are your clothes.
Thank you. The shirt is all wrinkled. You just found a courier to bring it to me? What do you do all day at home? Hold on a second. I'm definitely going to be late now. How could you make such a basic mistake? Come in.
Mr. Wei,
What's up?
your suit has been cleaned. I specially selected a shirt as a thank you gift.
That's great, Jia. You've been a big help.
The shirt is so wrinkled. Why don't you change into it?
Okay. Anything else?
Nothing else.
Maybe you should step out for a moment. Come in. How does it look?
It fits well. Very handsome.
Thank you. The focus of today's regular meeting is our Ark and Panshi's collaborative reception. Jia will introduce the specific arrangements.
Our signing ceremony with Pansha is scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. The reception after is informal. The goal is to let our company and Pansha have a good, deep exchange. It should also help with the future business. Michelle, you're responsible for liaising with industry media. Remember to let the PR make it a headline. Lin Yue, David, you two liaise with the PR company. This reception is very important. Please clarify every procedure.
Okay.
Jiang Xi, you're responsible for the media reception outside the venue. They're all VIPs. We can't have any hiccups.
Okay.
Since it's a working reception, we didn't invite family members this time, so I will act as Mr. Wei's female partner.
You guys go on. I'll go to the reception site.
Okay.
By the way, everyone remember to come to me to pick up something.
Thank you.
Thanks. You're welcome.
Thanks, Jia Yi.
Jia Yi, you just saw everyone's reaction, right? Isn't it a bit inappropriate for you to be my female partner for this reception?
I don't care how others see it. Many invited guests are friends from my dad's side. As a female partner, there's absolutely no problem. You want to avoid suspicion? There's nothing between us. If we deliberately avoid it, that will actually invite gossip, right? Don't worry. I'll arrange it well.
Hey,
What's up?
what are we picking up?
Specialty products. She just came back from out of town, right? She bought gifts for everyone. Aren't you in the group?
She's already starting to win people over?
Don't you see who taught her? Mr. Wei is about to become the VP. Ark and Panshi have signed another contract. No wonder he's so invested in this reception. But honestly, I'm really envious of you.
What's there to envy? I'm just a lackey. Now, I can't even get through the door.
At least you don't have to listen to her ordering you around and singing along with Mr. Wei in that group.
What? There's another group?
Yes.
Aren't you in this group either?
Just now, she changed that specialty product group into a preparation group.
Jia Yi used her personal connections to borrow formal wear for us. This means that except for Jiang Xi, the rest of us can try on the outfits.
Bespoke dresses. I've never worn one in my life.
Me neither. Let's go.
Let's go.
We're leaving.
Her intention is very clear. If we eat hers, wear hers, then no one in the company dare gossip about her relationship with Wei Ming. At her pace, you will soon be able to step down as Mrs. Wei. How does that feel? Happy?
My husband cheats. The mistress makes a strong show. It's actually a good thing for me, as his wife. How ironic.
By the way, you haven't told Wei Ming about you going to work, right? How are you going to explain to him later?
I plan to. Tell the truth. He now has such a handle falling into my hands. Take a guess. If he will feel guilty and give me an equivalent exchange?
What time is it? And you're just getting back? Where's Guoguo?
She went to her grandma's. I was a bit busy, so I let my mom take care of her.
What have you been so busy with? You didn't even iron the shirt before sending it to my office. Can't you even handle that while you're at home all day?
I didn't get a chance to tell you. I passed an interview with a company and officially started working.
You started working? Why didn't you tell me in advance?
You didn't discuss with me about your work matters either.
Can these be the same? You're working now. Who's gonna take care of the chores? I don't want a second time with the shirt.
If you don't want it, you do it yourself. I've officially started working now. You should take care of your own things.
We agreed. The man works outside. The woman takes care of the home. If you can't handle both, is it wrong to focus on taking care of the house?
What era is this? Women should take care of the home? Job division isn't determined by gender.
It may not be determined by gender, but it's definitely determined by ability. In these years, which of our daily expenses hasn't been deducted from my salary? I just ask you to stay at home and invest your main energy into the family. You just started working. What can that little salary do?
Tomorrow, Ark and Panxi are having a signing cocktail party? You're taking Huang Jia with you?
Originally, the company arranged for you to go, but then they rearranged it.
I heard about her at Ms. Wei's birthday party. She said this young girl is pretty and smart. Most importantly, she admires you a lot. The recently recruited assistant, right?
Yes. The company forcefully arranged it. They said this young girl has a background.
So this time you went on a business trip, you also took her?
Originally, not her. It was Ming Bo.
That's good. You work so hard. A female assistant is meticulous and can take better care of your life. Then I can rest assured. Go to bed early. I still have a bit of work.
Honey, I don't object you going to work. I'm just worried about your health. If it gets tiring, resign as soon as possible.
Go to bed early. Stop looking at your phone.
What are you doing?
Getting ready for bed.
Mr. Gu, the report will be written in about a week. Then before the publication, I'll confirm with you. Mr. Gu, we're off.
Good. You must be tired. Schumann, help me see them off.
Sure. This way, please.
Here's the data you requested.
Thank you. Speak.
You just wore this for such an important interview?
I don't need to make a living on my looks. Why bother about these?
Then, for the cocktail party with Ark tonight, you're not planning to wear this, right?
Otherwise?
Remember to call me when you get off work.
Come in, please. Sit anywhere.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Anything to drink?
You decide. Not bad. Your leisure life is quite colorful.
An adult's pleasure. Water?
Sure. An adult's pleasure. Also includes this?
The rubber duck debugging method. Haven't you heard of it?
I've heard of it, but it's my first time seeing it being used.
It's about explaining to the duck each line of code in detail when debugging. In this way, the imperfections in the code will show themselves.
Like this, you put it here, and it can even make eye contact with you.
Did you come to my house to inspect the work?
Oh, right. Where's your wardrobe? Just these?
It's just a cocktail party. Do you need to be so formal? Doesn't Zuckerberg also wear t-shirts and jeans?
But that's abroad. You're in China. Matching the right clothes to the occasion is the most basic etiquette. What you're wearing now is completely mismatched with the standard of Ark's cocktail party.
This should be okay, right?
It just feels like something is still missing.
There are quite a lot of important people here today. I'll introduce you to some of them in a while. This is Mr. Peng. Come, say hello.
Mr. Wei, I've heard about you.
Hello?
Here's my business card.
Nice to meet you.
Looking forward to working with you.
Sure.
This is Mr. Lee.
Hello, Mr. Lee.
Nice to meet you.
I have heard about you from her. Looking forward to work together.
She's stealing the show, making Mr. Wei a human background.
She really sees herself as a star. Here.
Huang?
Mr. Wei.
Wait, how did you get in here? Long time no see.
Didn't you guys invite me?
You've gained weight. It's been so long that your buttons can't close.
That means life has been good.
This is another woman?
Mr. Wei,
You've met before.
Have I met before?
Come.
Right, I've met you. Let me introduce you. This is our ox Huang Jia. This is my buddy, Mr. Huang.
Nice to meet you. Come, let's toast.
Let's go.
She's quite pretty.
But, why didn't he bring his wife?
You don't understand?
Let's go.
Mr. Zhang, what are you talking about here?
Nothing. We're just praising you.
You need to lower the price a bit more.
No problem, you're the boss.
I'll go ahead first.
Mr. Wei,
Is everything going smoothly?
Everything's fine. It's just that Jiang Xi can't even prioritize her tasks. I sent her a message, and she hasn't replied to me yet.
Seriously, I'll give her a talk after this.
Where's Gushu from Panshu?
he said he has a conference call that just ended. He might be a bit late.
I've already communicated with the PR side. We'll surely make the internet headlines tomorrow.
Good job, keep it up. By the way, thanks for the clothes.
thanks.
Thanks for the clothes.
You're welcome.
Mr. Gu? Okay, please wait a moment. Lin. Mr. Gu is here.
I'll go meet him.
Mr. Gu should be here.
Watch your step.
Thank you.
Jiang Xi? What's the situation?
Mr. Gu. Why are you only just arriving? Mingbo, tell the host that Mr. Gu has arrived and we're ready to start.
Okay,
Let's start.
To celebrate the collaboration, could the two of you please take a photo together?
Sure. Happy collaboration, Mr. Gu.
Hey?
Jiang Xi, join us.
Come, Mr. Gu, look here. Good. Smile. Cheese. Good.
Miss Wei?
Hey?
Why are you so late?
I'm here to bring Mrs. Wei's clothes.
Oh.
Mrs. Wei, Mr. Wei asked me to remind you not to be so careless when you go out. You didn't even notice you left without an outfit. Here.
I got it. Thank you. Mrs. Wei, now you have your clothes. Do you want to play around with Miss Wei?
Sure.
She's just lucky.
She's planning on a break and run?
Long-range shots aren't that easy. The accuracy is so low.
If it were me, I'd definitely take a shot. She's a pro.
A glass of water, please. Thanks.
Sure. Mrs. Wei.
Miss Wei.
Here. You were really great just now.
Just call me Lin.
Where did you learn to play snooker?
I joined the snooker club at Zhang University when I was in college.
You're from Zhang University?
Yes, I'm your junior, a few years behind you.
What a coincidence. Back in our university days, who taught you snooker?
Actually, I never formally learned it. Just a classmate of mine would guide me when he had time. But his snooker skills were taught by Lin Li. Oh, what's wrong?
No way. I was also taught by him. So we're from the same school of learning. Junior sister.
But what are they chatting about? They seem so happy.
Well, Mr. Wei's wife plays it so well. I've never heard of it.
She must have hired a British coach. I can tell just by looking.
I also found you a British coach, yet you've learned nothing.
Stop your whining.
All right, you two, stop flirting.
You're back! How was it today?
You totally set me up.
That's a bit much. Isn't it just a dinner together?
Not excessive? Why didn't you go then?
I had an important client, didn't I? I haven't seen you wear this outfit before. When did you buy it?
I haven't worn it for a long time. I bought it last year.
The lipstick looks good.
Good morning, Mr. Wei.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning. Mr. Wei!
Miss Wei, did you have fun?
It was fantastic. Unexpectedly, you have a treasure of a wife.
My wife doesn't have many friends. She'll be happy if you're willing to hang out with her.
Come on. She plays snooker better than I do. I must set a time next time to learn from her.
No problem. You can arrange it anytime.
If you didn't help me avoid the pitfalls in advance and come to rescue me at the last minute, I would have been awkward by now.
Actually, these people, whether they are domineering or gentle, they all care about the position and their interests. With the Pansha card in hand, Mr. Wei will probably be promoted to vice president in a month or two. The new assistant, Huang Jia. Her father is Director Huang. Lately, Mr. Wei has been very attentive to her.
You mean for self-protection? He wants to use Miss Huang to please Director Huang?
It might not necessarily be for self-protection. People always want more than they can handle. Mr. Wei is not even 40. his ambitions should be more than just being a vice president?
Above that, it is the CEO. He does have some talent and smarts. Being a vice president is a pretty good match. But if he were to steer the whole situation and lead a company, he's still lacking a bit of vision.
He knows he lacks this bit of vision and needs a strong backing to make up for it.
He wants Director Huang to be this backing.
Well, Mr. Wei's abilities, he does have some small talent. But when it comes to dealing with women, he's the best in the world. As I see that Miss Huang has been well protected by her family, she has no ability to discern men at all. She's already fallen into his trap.
If it is just about supporting his daughter, Director Huang might not remember this favor for long. But if he becomes a member of Director Huang's family, that would be different.
You're saying Mr. Wei wants to marry Miss Huang?
From what I know about him, it's not impossible.
That's totally against my principles.
No matter what, I have to hurry up with the job search.
By the way, Mr. Wei's salary and bonuses are public. And with the bonuses and performance I know about, I've estimated his approximate annual income. In addition, he likes to play small tricks and has taken plenty of kickbacks. Everything I know is in there.
Thank you. You've helped me a lot this time. Miss C told me, in the property division, the other party will definitely try to reduce the proportion of assets I get. But if I can understand his entire income situation and make the divisible cake as large as possible, this is also like indirectly getting more assets.
What's yours? We can't let go of a single cent.
Lin, Panshi's research lab is recruiting again. Are you going to apply?
Of course.
Mr. Wei, just to confirm, we're going to T2, right?
Yes.
Good day, Mr. Wei.
Where's Ming Bo? Wasn't the company sending him on a business trip with me?
He suddenly had an emergency and couldn't get away. So the company sent me instead. Sir, let's go.
These months, you've really caught up on a lot of lessons.
In such a short time, apart from mastering computer programming languages, you've not only filled the gaps in your previous deep learning, but studied deep learning engines and have done a few experiments. You've really put in a lot of hard work.
Getting into Panshi's research lab is very important to me. I hope you all can give me another chance.
Mr. Gu?
I have no other questions. My question is still an old one, and it is the most important for us. That is, how do you balance your career and family?
Mr. Gu is right. The so-called balance actually doesn't exist at all. It's nothing more than trade-offs and sacrifices. But before acknowledging this fact, I want to clarify one thing. A family is made up of everyone. Trade-offs and sacrifices should not be accomplished by just the woman. All family members, including the children, must take on this responsibility. When all family members take on their responsibility and play their roles, then these trade-offs and sacrifices can be minimized to reduce unnecessary waste and try to satisfy everyone. This can also be seen as achieving some kind of balance.
Well, what you just said makes a lot of sense. But what you're expressing is just an idealized state. I'm afraid it's very hard to implement. Moreover, programming is an intense job. Even young employees who just graduated from university sometimes would feel overwhelmed. So what exactly will you use to prove that you are capable?
I want to show you all a schedule. My day starts at 6 a.m. Hygiene and dressing. At 6:20, I prepare breakfast and wake up my family. At 7:15, I take my kid to kindergarten. At 8, go to the market to buy groceries. At 8:40, get back home, clean up the dining table, sort out the clothes, and also handle some payments and errands. In the meantime, I also take online classes on my phone. At 12 p.m., I use lunchtime to order some essential goods. At 12:30 lunch ends, I prepare for dinner. At 3, I go to the kindergarten to pick up my kid and take her to the special classes, encouraging her to study languages, math, and art, among other skills. At 5 p.m., I come home to cook. At 6 p.m., we have dinner. At 7:30, I help my kid with her hygiene and put her to sleep. At 9 p.m., I re-clean the room and prepare for tomorrow's breakfast. At 10, I continue to study for 2 hours. At 12 a.m., my hygiene routine and go to sleep. This is just the most ordinary day I've had in the past few years. If the elderly or children get sick, or relatives visit the house, then this schedule will get much more complex. In addition, besides time management, several years of housewife life has also given me great improvements in financial management, psychological counseling, and coordination abilities. I think, compared to the job requirements of a junior programmer, the intensity and complexity of my work should be more than sufficient.
In the previous interview and written test, you had the highest scores, so it can be seen that your computational engine and engineering capabilities in machine learning are very solid. Mr. Gu, do you have any other questions?
What if you don't pass this interview?
When I first started looking for a job, my motivation was very simple, which was to earn some salary. Choosing to be a programmer is also because it's a skill I'm good at. But in the past few months of stumbling, I started to remember the self that was lost in the over-identification of being a housewife. So, whether I can work at Panxi or not, I am determined to continue on the path of finding and realizing myself.
Congratulations. Welcome to join Panxi Research Lab.
I hope that every day in the future, I can shine rather than being illuminated. Mr. Jiang, I'm going to work at Panxi tomorrow. I'm just starting out. I guess I will be a bit busy. There will be a period of adaptation. So, I have spoken with Aunt Deng in our community. If I get off work late, she will help me pick up my daughter. Thank you for what you have done.
No problem. Congratulations, Miss Lin. But this way, won't I be unable to see you every day? What I mean is, if you get off work late and it's not safe, I can pick you up.
No need. I'm driving myself now. It's very convenient. You're helping me take care of her. I already feel embarrassed.
Actually, sometimes I just wish I could hear your voice every day. And see you. It's okay, even it is from a distance. I don't mean anything else. And I don't want to bother you.
Mr. Jiang, I really only see you as a normal friend. And I hope you can respect our boundaries as just friends.
I know.
Mom! Hey! Did you buy me that rainbow lollipop you promised?
Of course. Could I fail to complete a task assigned by you? Go, share them with your friends.
Candy!
Here.
Thank you. Miss Lin, you still treat me like a child.
Then why don't you start acting like an adult?
Mr. Wei, aren't you going to eat? Why so serious?
I just called Ming Bo. You have replaced him.
You blow the cover so quickly.
Miss Huang, this is a company, not a place for you to play around.
I'm not messing around. I genuinely want to learn something from you. I applied for this business trip a long time ago, but you chose him in the end.
There are two reasons why I chose him. First, he has more work experience. Second, on business trips, we inevitably have to attend social drinking events and work late. It's more convenient to have him, a man, accompany me.
So, you also engages in gender discrimination?
I don't engage in that. I just...
So, it's not that I can't do well, but you're worried that I won't do well. I will prove to you with my actions that your worries are absolutely unnecessary. Besides, you don't have any alternative plans now. Let's focus on discussing the project.
We'll settle the score about the impersonation when we get back. Let's eat first. The main purpose of our trip is to negotiate with several established enterprises in Jiangnan. You check the information later and prepare well. Besides, we have to visit several companies and places. Arrange all the routes and vehicles in advance.
Okay.
Ms. Lin, welcome to Panxi, officially starting your career as a programmer.
Thank you.
I'll show you around. Our company was established in 2015. Now, it's one of the leading enterprise software companies, mainly providing database tools, application software, and related consulting support services. The team you're joining is part of the Development Center. That is our R&D center. The R&D center currently has over 180 developers. As you know, our company has always been tech-focused. So this R&D center is directly under the CEO. Here is the workspace. Take a look. Oh, by the way, you also need to download a work application. This one. As for Engine, it is our internal collaboration system. For daily work communication, as well as leave requests, etc., basically everything work-related can be resolved on it. You can choose a seat first. Over here, any of the green ones are available.
I'll choose this one then. Pretty good.
Okay, I'll show you the way. Here. Here it is.
Okay.
All right, I have things to attend to. Find me if you need anything. Keep it up.
Lady Knight.
I'm Lin Shuang. Hello?
Your workstation here faces directly towards the CEO's office. No matter whether you're working, slacking off, or sneaking out, it's all in plain sight. You can feel the CEO's close attention. It's a well-known great position in our whole company. I'll get some water.
The product requirements meeting for next week. All the processes have been synced to your computers. Take a look yourselves. Follow these rules and regulations exactly. Every department, please coordinate a bit, okay?
Hey.
Make sure you understand. Dismissed.
Ms. Lin, the product requirement meeting.
Can you understand it with such a fast pace?
Well, improving information acquisition efficiency. You'll get used to it.
Late night snacks and massages. The company's overtime benefits. It's a pity. There's no time to enjoy them.
Sorry, Aunt Dung.
It's fine. She's asleep. I'm leaving.
I'll walk you out. Be careful then. Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Give it a try. Take it to the back end.
Back end?
Yes, take another look. It's not well designed.
Thank you so much.
What's wrong? Any problem?
No.
It may be tough today. We have to revise the plan overnight.
Mr. Wei, I think that client has no intention at all to sincerely cooperate with us. Revising the plan is simply an excuse.
Our mission this time is to turn the impossible into possible.
ARC's strength is there for all to see. There are so many clients in the market. Can't we switch to a better one?
There's no such thing as an easy client. Miss Huang, you're a pampered rich girl. You've had a smooth life, never suffered. It might be hard for you to understand the life of a worker in a short time. That's okay. The harder the task, the more fulfilling it is when it's done. Don't believe me? Try it.
Then I'll try.
Roll 100 sixes.
Mom, the parents of Star upstairs are arguing again.
Didn't the fairy tale say that after marriage they will live happily together?
Because fairy tales and the real world are different. Sometimes people like to show the good side to others and hide the bad side.
Actually, I don't like Dad's promotions and raises at all.
Why?
Because he's getting busier and busier. Sometimes, I don't see him for several weeks at a time.
Miss Huang, show me Starlight's information.
In the first lesson, I told you about it. What is the spirit of ice hockey?
It's unity and cooperation. It's team spirit.
I thought you had forgotten. Just now, why didn't you pass the puck to Guoguo? If you don't see her as your teammate, what team spirit are we talking about?
It's not that we don't want to treat her as a teammate.
I wanted to do that, but she runs too slow.
I'm strong. I'm afraid I might knock her over. Later, she would cry and say I was bullying her.
Coach, you also said, in a game, we always want to win, right? We can't just make her happy because she's a girl and let her have her way, right? I don't want to practice with her anymore.
I don't want to practice with her either. Me too.
Me too.
Me too.
All right, that's enough. Stop it. You all, figure 8 drills 20 times. Go.
Miss Lin. Are you getting used to it?
I'm working on it.
It's not quite what you imagined, is it? Big companies need to use speed to combat cyclical pressures. The workplace environment is also relatively complex, so you'll probably find it tough for the short term.
It's okay. I'm pretty happy I'm not afraid of it.
By the way, you brought up an issue to Mr. Chai yesterday. He directly forwarded the email to the head of the R&D department, Mr. He, and then CC'd me.
No. I didn't know he...
You don't need to explain to me. Mr. He is on a business trip today. When he comes back tomorrow, think about how to explain to him.
How could Mr. Chai be so cunning? I sent him a private message to report an issue. Without any warning, he directly forwarded the email to Mr. He. Isn't this obviously making Mr. He hate me? If Schumann hadn't told me just now, I wouldn't even know I was being used as a pawn.
You're just a workplace newbie. They treat you like easy prey. But you are to blame too. As a workplace newcomer, the most important thing is to keep your head down and work. You can't even tell east from west and you're rushing headlong, all out of good intentions, but you ended up as cannon fodder. You do feel wronged.
When I was working at ARC, I didn't feel such infighting.
Because it was in its initial stage at the time. With only a few dozen employees, Panshi now has tens of thousands of employees. So naturally, there are affinities, factions, and camps. It's perfectly normal to have interests. The workplace is not a fairy tale world. In addition to having skills and hard work, you also need the ability to adapt to changes.
Come on, help me think of what I should say when Mr. He from R&D comes back tomorrow.
What else do you want to say? The more you say, the more mistakes you make. Even if you say nothing, it's still wrong.
I'm doomed.
Your hands fast or not?
Based on my recent trip to Beijing for project negotiations, I further understood the client's needs. Later, the colleagues in charge of this project come with me. Let's have a separate meeting.
Okay.
A colleague sent me an email reporting poor performance of the open source quantification algorithm. So before the meeting, I asked QA to run the algorithm and test the performance. I found the problem reported in the email does not exist at all. What's going on?
What's going on?
I don't know.
It was me who sent the email to Mr. Chai. My original intention was to discuss with him how to solve the problem, but he did not reply to the email. So I pulled an all-nighter last night and solved the problem. As for him reporting this matter to you, I'm not sure about that.
Rather than reporting problems, what we need more is the awareness and ability to solve problems efficiently. Pan Shi needs pragmatic spirit like Ms. Lin's.
No. I just did my job, that's what I have to do. I'm a newcomer. My principle is very simple. Keep your head down and work. Look up and be a good person. I still have many shortcomings. I hope you can give me more corrections in the future.
Mr. Chai, when you encounter problems, don't always try to pass the buck. Use your brain more. All right, that's all for now.
Come on.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You became famous in one battle. If anyone wants to bully you again, it's gonna be hard.
Seriously, I have to thank you. In the past, I thought you were just winging it. But I didn't expect you to have your own ways, dealing with workplace unspoken rules.
I hope in the workplace, you never have to know these unspoken rules. To deal with these workplace jerks, I have 100 ways. I'll see who dares to bully you.
Well, I'm scared. The subject of interpersonal relationship is really much harder than my professional field.
In the workplace, there are many stories about favors, deception, and betrayal. But you know, the most respected people are those like you who are truly capable, positive, and upward-looking.
Good job, Miss Lin. You did well.
Mr. He?
Mr. He?
It's nothing. I just did what I could do.
When you first came to Zhang University to attend classes, I knew you were special.
You remember that I attended classes at Zhang University?
Of course. Ms. Zhu from HR said you were specially arranged by Mr. Gu.
I was arranged by Mr. Gu?
All right, you guys go ahead.
Take care, Mr. He.
Okay.
What's up?
What's the deal with this, Mr. Gu? He is your sworn enemy. Why would he help you? And he also helped me. Does he have some kind of ulterior motive for you?
He has... Are you crazy? What could he possibly want from me?
You better go back and rest.
All right, Mr. Gu.
I haven't finished it yet.
I've saved it for you. If you're tired, go home and sleep. Don't waste electricity in the office.
You're even managing electricity and arranging for me to attend classes. As the CEO, are you a bit too worried? You arranged for me to go to Zhang University, didn't you? Didn't you always look down on me? Why are you helping me?
There are 2 reasons. First, you're Professor Lin's daughter. I can't repay the kindness he showed me, so I can only show my gratitude through you. Second, it's my personal reason. Actually, the reason I become who I am today is because of you, in a way.
Because of me?
You were the opponent in my college career that I always wanted to surpass, but just couldn't, no matter what. For 7 years, I lived in your shadow. You know what? In order to surpass you, I studied abroad in America and spent every day in library and lab. After I started my own business, I treated the office like home. I spent 2 years growing my startup into a unicorn in the industry. Even my decision to accept Panshi's job offer and return to China, a large part of the reason was to compete with you again. And now you... I've imagined countless ways of our reunion, but I never imagined this scenario. Have you read martial arts novels?
What do you mean?
I've done everything I can to become a martial arts master, just to compete with you again. Now, I can experience the feeling of being unbeatable. The reason why I want to help you is because of a sense of admiration I have for my former rival. Of course, I also hope that, maybe one day, you can regain the strength to compete with me.
Thank you. But I barely made it into Panshi. I'm still miles away from being your rival. I suspect your wish might be hard to realize.
It doesn't matter. With gain, there must be loss. That's fine. Watching a former rival, now diligently, working for me every day. It's also quite a unique pleasure. Unfortunately, you won't be able to experience this feeling in your lifetime. If you can't hold on, go back and rest. But if you can't fulfill your performance, your salary will still be deducted. You've always been off target. Go home and rest now. Don't stay up late. After all, age is a factor.